Ready? Play.
The first question,
Yeah,
just
sure.
a quick thoughts about the match. It wasn't the kind of start you would have hoped to have.
Yeah, it was very tough match in general. I was feeling very tight, very nervous. Could be for many different reasons, but that was the case. And when it's like this, it's tougher to play because usually I'm not. Usually I come in and it's a different nerve, the nerve that I'm used to. This one was kind of new, and so straight away after I lost, I missed some shots. I look at my team. I start whining, and that's when it's probably not going to be good. But at one moment I managed to gather myself together. Finally didn't lose my serve after that moment. So yeah, in general, happy to win even in tough conditions. Sometimes you need to do it like this. If I want to win next matches, I have to be better. But win is a win.
We'll just go with English first and then we'll come to Russian.
Daniil, congrats. A little bit before you stepped on court, the announcement was made between the ATP and the PIF. Do you know? Did you know? Okay, so
what is PIF?
The Saudi Private Investment Fund. So it's a big deal that involves sponsorship of some of the biggest events like India Wells, Miami, and also they're going to be the naming partner for the rankings. So they're going to be the PIF. A bunch of different. It's a big partnership.
Yeah.
Just curious, what is your reaction?
Well, to be honest, no reaction at the moment because before was Emirates, then Pepperstone, then what else do we have? Like I don't even know. Who are the main sponsors? I think Peugeot was there for a long time.
Lexus.
Like anyway,
Right.
whoever it is. So it's a new company that you know how sponsorships work. They pay money. ATP decides if they want to promote them, and that's it. I have nothing to do with this decision. Yeah, so I cannot say more. And also, I didn't know the company or the fund or yeah.
So basically, my follow-up would be there's going to be a big influx of money into the tour because it's a wide-ranging partnership. It's not one thing or just it's beyond the rankings and stuff like that. So I'm just wondering, what do you think that would mean for the sport to have the Saudi interest that's been trying? They got into golf, they got into so many things. To have that kind of official partnership with tennis.
I think this is good for tennis. You know, it has nothing to do with Saudi, to be honest, because we love our sport, and the more money we can attract from different companies or stuff like this, the more attention, PR we can bring. The more, I don't know, as you said, it's going to be bigger than just sponsorship. So I think if we can make tennis bigger as a sport and more interesting for people, have more coverage, just in general, more people will know tennis, who tennis players are, even if sometimes, maybe you want to be less famous, but yeah, it's going to be good, I think.
Yeah, good match, Daniil. So your coach, Gilles, he said you gave him a list of 16 players you don't like to play. So do you like the style of play of Sonego, the hard hitter? And if you could give us a sneak peek at the list of the players you don't like.
Yeah, well, first of all, I try to not discuss too much, what's said in the media, and then but I heard him talking to someone French, and they were asking him this question, and he was like, I don't know where they took 16. He said they could say 32, 18, 21. He didn't say 16. That's how sometimes things are. So it was more, I would say, Adagio Cervara who gave him that list because me, it's tough to play against everyone, and at the same time it's easy to play against everyone. And Gilles, who's with me for 10 years, he can see more, who is traveling more on the court for different reasons. So he gave this list to Gilles. I doubt it was 16 players. I don't think it will be less. And then we didn't yet discuss too much. So when I'm going to play one of these players, then we're going to discuss. And now before every match we discuss the tactics. And I will not talk one by one. Lorenzo is a tough opponent, as we could see today. He turns around beforehand, sometimes on the balls where he shouldn't maybe, and then he makes a winner. So you start to think, do I force on the backhand? Do I start to surprise him on the forehand? So yeah, it's not easy to play against anyone.
Daniil, I don't know if you caught this, but Andy, after his match, mentioned that he would probably stop playing after the summer. Could you share some of your fondest memories with him on the tour?
My memories. Well, first of all, he's a fun guy and a great guy to be around. So that's always, that's always a great quality in life, I think. Then for sure, he's an admiration of mine, because I remember when I was just going up the rankings. That was a moment where he was winning slams, playing finals and stuff like this against Novak, Roger, and Rafa, so the big four. So it's going to be sad when he retires, but he's such a warrior that I think he's going to try to go very far. And even I'm definitely not sure that he's going to stop this year, unless Wimbledon is a big tournament. Unless he decides Wimbledon and stop, that's a different story. So till he's here, it's going to be fun. He's not here. I'm sure he's going to find a good spot in his life after tennis.
Thank you.
We'll do one last in English and then go to Russian.
Congrats, Daniil. I want
Thank
to
you.
ask you about the conditions. Are they faster than they were previously? Is it different in any sort of way?
Well, it's very tough always to answer this question, because after you played last year Dubai, then you have like 10 more hardcore tournaments where sometimes it's slower, sometimes it's faster. And I would say it's not brutally fast, otherwise you would definitely remember, like for example Turin, I can tell you right now, very fast. But Dubai last year, it felt fast but playable, and I think it's kind of the same. You still have rallies. I lost my serve 2 times, he lost his 3, I think, so still you can break, but then there are some also tie breaks. So I think, in my opinion, for hardcore tennis, it's a great court, not too fast, not too slow, so I like it.
We do a couple of questions in Russian.
Yeah.
Okay?